Hi guys, my name's Zahra and welcome to English Story TV. Let's listen and enjoy.
The Little Frog and the Big Mouth. Once there was a little frog who lived in a forest next to a river. This frog was tiny, about the size of a tennis ball. And if you didn't hear him crying, "Ribbit, ribbit," you might step on him. Fortunately for the little frog, his mouth was very big, so all the animals in the forest could hear him easily. When he smiled, he looked like a tennis ball that had been cut in half. And when he opened his mouth, he looked like a slice of watermelon. In fact, his big mouth made him look very creepy, although he thought he was beautiful. In the forest, everyone called him the little frog with the big mouth, and he had a quiet life. Every day, the little frog with the big mouth ate flies. In the morning, he woke up at 7 o'clock sharp and had 5 flies for breakfast. At 1 o'clock in the afternoon, he ate 15 flies for his lunch. He had a short nap. Then at 7 o'clock in the evening, he had 10 flies for dinner. There were lots of flies in the forest, and the little frog with the big mouth was good at catching them. None of the other animals liked flies, so they were happy to leave the little frog alone with his flies. But flies taste quite plain. And when you eat the same thing day after day, you start to get a bit bored. One day, the little frog with the big mouth woke up and thought, "I don't feel like eating flies today. I have eaten flies every day of my life. How about a change?" But the little frog with the big mouth had never eaten anything else before. He didn't know what other food there was, so he hoped through the forest to find other food. The other animals, however, didn't like this. They all wanted a creepy little frog to stay in his home and leave them alone. So they hid in the trees and in the grass and kept all their food away from the frog. "It is so empty in the forest," he said to himself. "I hear so many animals at night, but now I can't find anyone." Finally, the little frog left the forest and came to a farm. He had never seen such a place before, and he thought it must be where all the other animals were keeping their food. "That thing must be food," said the frog. He was looking at the house, which was pretty and red. "But it's too big for me, even with my big mouth." So the little frog with the big mouth hopped around the house until he found another animal. This animal was small and had white feathers and a funny red thing on its head. Actually, the animal wasn't so small, but to the frog, she looked quite big. "Who are you?" said the frog. The white-feathered animal looked down. "Bucko," she cried, "I am a chicken. Can't you see my beautiful feathers?" "And what do you eat?" said the frog. "You see, I eat flies every day for my whole life. Can you imagine? I'm tired of it." "Flies? Oh, disgusting," said the chicken. "I eat worms." "Worms? What are worms?" said the little frog. The chicken smiled and put her head into the ground. A moment later, she came back up with a big fat worm in her mouth. She ate it up and said, delicious." "Oh," said the frog, "worms might be nice for a chicken like you, but they are not nice for frogs like me." So the little frog with the big mouth hopped around the farm until he found another animal. This animal was very big. It was brown and had long black hair, and it looked very strong. "Hello," said the little frog. "Who are you?" "Near, I am a horse." "And what do you eat?" said the frog. "What kind of question is that?" said the horse. "I eat hay. I eat hay, the only good food there is." "What's hay?" "Honestly, young people these days, follow me and I'll show you what hay is." The horse took the frog to a box where there was some long, dry yellow grass. "Oh," said the frog, "I think I'd hurt myself eating that. Hay might be nice for a horse like you, but it is not nice for a frog like me." So the little frog with the big mouth hopped around the farm until he found another animal. This animal was pink and very, very fat. "Hello, who are you?" asked the frog. "I am a pig, and wow, you're a creepy little thing, aren't you? All the other animals say I'm ugly, but you make me feel like a model." "How rude," said the frog. He could not understand how the pig would think he looked creepy, so he decided this animal must be crazy. Still, he was curious to know what he ate. "What do you eat?" "Oh, I eat lots of things," said the pig. "Why, if I was hungry enough, I might even eat you, but my favorite food is shoes." "What are shoes?" asked the frog. The pig picked a big heavy black thing in his mouth. It said, "Doc Martens on the side." The pig ate it up very quickly and then he burped loudly. "Ow!" said the frog. "You're rude, ugly, and you eat disgusting food. Shoes might be nice for a pig like you, but they are not nice for frogs like me." So the little frog with the big mouth hopped away from the farm. "I don't think I will ever find nice food," he said to himself. "Who knew these other animals ate such terrible food?" "Sss, sss." The frog jumped. He heard a strange sound coming from the grass, but he could not see anything. Then suddenly a long green animal appeared out of the grass. It had no arms or legs, but it did have a long pink tongue, and it did not look friendly. "Who are you?" said the frog. "Sss, I am a snake." "And what do you eat?" said the frog. "I'm tired of eating flies, you see, and I eat little frogs with big mouths," said the snake, licking his lips. "Oh," said the little frog. It felt like his stomach had fallen out of his mouth. He was a little frog with a big mouth after all. So he made his mouth very small and said, "I'm a little frog with a little mouth. There are no little frogs with big mouths here. But you should try the farm. There are lots of tasty animals there. Bye." And the frog hopped home as fast as he could. "You know what?" thought the frog. "I think I've changed my mind. Flies aren't bad at all. I don't have to pull them out of the ground. They don't hurt me when I eat them. They're not big and heavy. And most importantly, they don't want to eat me." So the little frog returned to his usual diet. In the morning, he woke up at 7 o'clock sharp and had 5 flies for breakfast. At 1 o'clock in the afternoon, he ate 15 flies for his lunch. He had a short nap, then at 7 o'clock in the evening, he had 10 flies for dinner. And never, ever again, he did complain about his food.